Hey guys, and welcome in our studio. My name is Frank Dorhoff and I'm specialized in education, people photography, celebrities and whatnot more. It's always that part where we shoot people or pets or products. But one of the things that we love to do is be creative with our images. And let's be honest, when you look at the old-fashioned studios, often it was using seamless paper, gray, white, black, you know, right? Plain backdrop and our model. Now, when you go on location, one of the coolest things to work with is, for example, a nice old wall or maybe an old graffiti wall. It's so much that you can shoot your models again, so why not bring that into your studio? And that's where the product Click Prop Backdrops comes in. Now, behind me you already see one, well actually two. This is our Flower Power or Flower Burst. We have several names for it in our studio, but it's one of the backdrops that really brings out that creativity, and that's something that's for me as a photographer very important. Now, I teach workshops almost twice a week and we do photo shoots. Shooting against the same plain backdrop every single time will get very, very boring. And that's why we love the Click Prop backdrops, because they have over 600 designs. The other thing that's really important is we don't always shoot in the studio. We always go on location, or we do stuff in demo stores or trade shows. And at that point, you don't want to bring a big backdrop. That's the cool thing about this product, is that they actually have 6 different sizes, ranging from very small, which you can bring on location, to incredibly large, where you can even shoot 3 models, full body. And they also have something for the floor. They have something from the sides. It's very, very versatile. And of course, they also have a lot of props for your studio. But let's focus today on the backdrops. Now, one of the most important things of backdrops is, one, of course, they have to be perfectly flat. These are. They have to be easily cleanable. These are. And you have to store them easily. Now, for these backdrops, you can actually roll them up in their own tube. And then we also have a storing system which in your studio will display all your backdrops nicely next to each other. But how do you connect them to the wall? Well, you can use little metal plates and magnets. But what we actually did in our studio, the wall behind me has a big metal strip. And that means that we can fit every single backdrop from every single size, because the metal strip runs all over that wall. So now we just use the magnets for the backdrop, and we use about 3 or 4 per backdrop, and they hang perfectly flat. The other thing that's really interesting about these backdrops is actually the designs. They really bring out the creativity, and you can see that they were made by photographers for photographers. You see so many backdrops which looks awesome on paper, and then you bring them into your studio, you start photographing, and you go like, this isn't really that interesting, or they don't photograph nice. These backdrops, sometimes I have a design like the Flower Power, where when Anouk put it up, I was going like, I don't know. And then I start photographing it, and that creativity, that spark just goes off. You go, oh, this is interesting, let's try this. And that's what a good backdrop should do. Push yourself to the limits of your creativity. In other words, you do stuff which you normally didn't think about. And that's so cool about these designs. They have 600 designs, different sizes from very small to very big. They have stuff for the floor. Click Prop Backdrops is really, really versatile. They're an award-winning company for the backdrops, and well, I know why. And of course, they're handmade in the UK, if that's important for you. Now, another thing that's really important, of course, is how in the long run will you use these backdrops? And this is a very, very important part. You can buy a backdrop, shoot it 2 times and get bored with it. The nice thing about these backdrops is, because the designs are made by photographers for photographers, they know we want to be creative. So we can mount them like this in landscape mode, we can mount them in portrait mode, and we can even flip them upside down. The prints in most cases will work for that perfectly. So you don't buy one backdrop, which you can use in one side. No, you can actually use them any way you want. You can twist them around, you can move your model around because they're pretty big, so you get something new every single time. And as you can see here, they don't reflect a lot of light in a negative way. They photograph very, very easily. You don't want backdrops where you have hot spots or reflections from your strobes. Now let's show you guys some images that we shot during our workshops with these amazing backdrops. Let's end this video very simply. Of course, you want me in your studio, right, to help you out with your creativity. Well, that's not possible. But from now on, you can own a piece of our studio in your studio because Click Prop Backdrops also has a signature series, Frank Doroff. We went through our studio, found the nicest walls, took high-res images of that with our Sony 60 megapixel camera. And they printed it in every single size that you guys want. And some backdrops even are easier to light than the originals here, because one of our walls, the Opulent Red, actually has a lot of reflections. And for the Opulent Red backdrop, we made a really, really cool lighting setup. We lit it the proper way, so now you can also work with that backdrop, and that's really amazing. So, you want me in your studio? That's not possible, but you can own a piece of our studio for your studio. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. This is Frank Doroff for Click Prop Backdrops. See you again. Bye, guys.